Welcome everybody, it is Crypto Moose, and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. What we're going to do on this episode is talk a little bit about Bitcoin, but ultimately get into three alts that I see pumping very soon. So keep in mind, nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. Invest at your own risk. You're listening to a loose moose. So on top of that, guys, if you can, head over to the channel. We have tons of videos regarding cryptos and NFTs, specifically how to protect your crypto. That was a good video that will help you guys out because when you do have bags that pump, you want to make sure that they're protected. So guys, use the link tree. I have it in the comment section as well as in the description. Save 10% off any Tangem wallet. So we just had massive sales. I kind of like this limited edition one. And, you know, if you want to get the Ricky Bobby version, right, if you ain't first, you know, you're definitely lost. So keep that in mind. So we're going to get into Bitcoin. It has touched 107 a few times. I think it's getting back there. Might throughout the video. But we're seeing a massive pump here on Bitcoin. And that's a good sign for the overall space. More liquidity is getting in here. And when alts go to pump, I think it's going to be bigger than ever. So a couple things to keep in mind here. The main reason that we're seeing this pump, I believe, is because of massive institutions, right? You got MicroStrategies, you have big companies, big hedge funds, etc. They're buying Bitcoin, okay? And that's probably why we're not seeing a lot of alts pumping, because that's more retail, right? That's more individuals, people that don't have as much money. They tend to speculate more. Right? Whereas the people with a lot of money, they're probably only going to buy Bitcoin because that's risky enough. So a couple things to keep in mind there. Guys, alts have not really pumped in the way in which I thought they would by now. And the reason being is because Bitcoin still has a huge dominance. So Bitcoin's dominance has to get much lower, probably less than 50%. And then you'll see alts probably rushing pretty high. So with Bitcoin at 107,000, let's call it, and continuing to go up, more people are just accumulating Bitcoin, and it's basically Bitcoin has all the attention right now. Okay. So once Bitcoin slows down again, I think we'll see another leg up in the alts. So which one are we watching, right? That's the big question. Okay. So we're going to start off with ADA Cardano because we talk about it all the time. XRP is doing well right now, despite most of the alts not doing much. Dogecoin, kind of speculative, but with ADA, it hasn't done much in a little bit now. So it's been a week, hasn't done much. Is it going to break out? Like for it to break out, we got to get above, 118. So it looks like on the month, it looks pretty bullish though. Like even on the year, like I'm excited. So on the year, we're doing good, but it looks like it's about to break out. But ultimately, there's just so much money getting flooded into Bitcoin where Bitcoin's got the attention and the alts are lagging behind. But what are some reasons here? Well, with Cardano, we have Hydra scaling, right? So this is going to be unlocking faster, cheaper transactions. It's really positioned Cardano as the DeFi powerhouse, right? Mithra upgrade improves the node efficiency, strengthens decentralization. So we've been seeing that for a while. So we got projects like Kopi, we got other DeFi plays, more DEXs, as an all general purpose blockchain, basically, that's made for scale, throughput, low transaction fees, maintain security. Cardano has a lot of potential. A lot of projects and dApps can be built on top of this blockchain and leverage its security. So I believe that Cardano is still, in my eyes, a top 3/top 5, at least top 10 crypto for the long term. So to think that we're only at $1, last cycle, Bitcoin never got near these prices, and it still somehow got to $2.50, $3. We're going to see it blow by that, in my opinion. So there's no doubt in my eyes. It's really a matter of when. So I can only speculate again. Nothing should be taken as financial advice. But I still believe in my $8 price prediction. Let's just call it loosely that. So if you guys want, check out my other videos. I give you guys kind of my $8 price prediction and why. But I definitely see that. There's just so much happening, smart contracts, etc. So that's going to be ADA Cardano. Guys, comment down below. What is your Cardano price prediction? And when do you think we're going to see ADA hit $3 next? I think we could see a $3 by maybe February, March. I think February, like between January and March, is going to be like monster months for ADA. It's going to be a big deal. So the next one, we're going to have to scroll down a bit. And I have a little bit of this. This is probably, out of my 5 tokens I hold right now, this is probably number 4. But I like Cosmos. And hear me out. So Cosmos doesn't have a lot of attention. On the year, it's still down. All time, it's got a lot of potential. And this project's been around for a while. And you can even see the notes here. This is a big deal. You got the IBC. So Cosmos leads in interoperability, connecting blockchains seamlessly. So what that is inter-blockchain communication. So we talk about it here on the channel. It's all about interoperability. And what that means is basically the ability for blockchains to communicate with one another and to leverage each other. So you can imagine that, Ethereum is its own blockchain, Cardano is its own blockchain. They have different programming languages. So how are you going to have them be interoperable, like synergize together and communicate, and for you to be able to use Ethereum on-ramp, on and off to other chains? You're seeing this already with Cardano and Bitcoin. With a couple of different wallets, I believe you can now send Bitcoin through UTXOs using Cardano as a payment. So you're seeing that interoperability, basically the synergy between these things. Okay, it's kind of like the internet. You have, let's call it, you have Twitter, but now Twitter can connect to different software, and now everything is working in tandem with each other. Like everything is interoperable. So that's a big deal. On top of this, you have expansion of dApps, right? So you have more projects, decentralized applications being built. And the big one right now is the staking APY. The reason I have Cosmos is because I started with the position, and you can earn very easily 15 to 20%. I believe right now I'm earning roughly 18% APY, and I can restake that easily. So I have videos on that. I'm probably going to do more. But if you bought Cosmos down here, like I did, I got some down here. I think when I got back in, I was around here. It was like $8, $5 to $8. And, we're back to where it was basically at any point around here. Obviously, if you got at the peaks, it was difficult. But long term, I just see this project doing very well. In short term, you never know. We could get up to this $20, $30 mark. People get excited about it, especially because, if we look at Chainlink, right, another interoperability play, then if that thing starts to pump, people are going to look at other similar type projects. And I see Chainlink somewhat similar to Cosmos in terms of the interoperability. So this thing's pumping. People are going to be like, okay, well, that pumped. Now what else can we get into? So that's where I think that we could see Cosmos do very well. So on top of that, the focus on interoperability, staking rewards, and not a lot of attention, it could do very well. So the last one. We've talked about it a lot, but I want to talk about Solana for a minute. So this is going to be number 3. So the big thing with Solana is that people are getting into meme coins, okay? And I will mention something. Be very careful with meme coins, okay? So there's 2 things to think about specifically with Solana. Yes, it's a fast blockchain. It's got a lot of legs. There's a lot of VC funding, etc. But when it comes to meme coins, Solana is the currency in which you can easily pick up and get meme coins quick. I would recommend, unless you know what you're doing, okay, not financial advice, but what I'm not doing anymore is I'm not picking up any meme coins and speculating because they pop and drop like that. So you have to be very careful, okay? Unless you're going to get Giga Chat or Bonk and hold it for a while, sure, they may do well. But at the end of the day, if you hold Solana and people are pumping, dumping memes, you're probably going to do well because more people are buying Solana than ever. They're using it more than ever. And with the lightning fast transactions, right? I believe it handles roughly 65,000 transactions per second. So it's big for NFTs, for games, for dApps. Okay. On top of that, you have a lot of NFTs. You have different marketplaces for that, which I think is still lagging behind Ethereum. Okay. So this could be big. The big one I think with this is going to be memes. But your safest bet, instead of trying to time the next meme, just get Solana, because more people that get into it are always going to have to convert back to Sol or buy Sol. And I just see it doing well short term. Long term, I have no idea. I don't believe it's as good as Bitcoin, especially as a store of value. I mean, this thing's at 107 right now. This thing could get to 150. I know we were talking about it not long ago, but we will eventually see a drop, right? Just like once we get to a certain peak, I believe we'll see one crazy slow drop. But say this is 150 Bitcoin, you'll see it go from, what's that equivalent? 150 to like 50K. So, keep that in mind. A lot going on in crypto. So guys, comment down below. What are your top 3? Do you like these 3 picks? I think they're fantastic. These are strong picks in my opinion. These are ones that I am currently holding as well. For the next leg up when alt season occurs. So guys, pick up a Tangem, use code Moose. If you guys are holding Bitcoin, especially for the long term, they have a Bitcoin only wallet. And guys, if you are more of a Ledger, Trezor fan, you guys can use those links as well. I believe Trezor still has some sales. No, so all the sales are basically done. But I guess, okay, Model T, 40% off. Good. So there's some sales. Okay, guys. So with that being said, the moose is loose. Guys, check out online courses and comment down below. Cheers, everybody.